kick, not like that, bro. Like it's usually like very technical and precise. He literally like leapt and tried to throw it in this fight. It's not the same at all. This came out of nowhere. I am beyond darky. I can only describe it as hell. I was so sharp, so ready for this fight. I cannot believe what has happened. The talk of me being off while walking into the fight is nonsense. I was calm, ready, and confident. I am in shock at what has taken place. The devil is literally staring me right in the face. Here, I am not engaging. I'll be at church tomorrow. I will overcome this. I will not be deterred. I will return. I don't think he will return. If he does, then fair play. I don't think anyone's really that bothered at this point. No, I don't think anyone really cares that much if Conor McGregor comes back or not. But if he comes back, cool. Don't throw a fucking flying kick at 38 after blasting drugs for 5 years. You know, like. And then we have this guy, JC, Josh on air. Now I saw this and I thought, oh right, this is actually crazy. How am I gonna, you know, this guy his UFC credentials have been revoked, so he's leaking some like juicy inside info here. And I'll read it out. So I was like, oh, maybe, oh wow, I don't know how I'm gonna prove this wrong. Then he kind of debunks it himself in his own comments, but we'll read it first. Here's the truth. Conor and team informed Dana earlier in the week he had a knee injury. Dana told them that the show must go on. No refunds. There'll be financial implications. McGregor was forced to try. People inside became aware that McGregor was compromised, and that's why the betting line moved CC significantly prior to walkouts. Maybe people just put more money on that.
Safe zone.
But since in excess of 80%. Also, the bets and money legally wagered were on McGregor. This allowed the UFC sports partners with tens of millions in profit for unsuspecting and uninformed customers. Shameful and disgusting business practice. Shameful and disgusting business practice for the sake of pure greed. All these bets for their own fans. And then yet, I was wanting to scroll down to see if there's any more info. And he says, and this is what I actually believe to have happened. My opinions on my own go kick rocks. So literally no proof, just my opinions, guys. Here's the truth. Listen, I believe this happened. It's all my opinions. Well, obviously, he didn't include this into the real tweet. He wouldn't have got 3 million views and 49k likes. But it's all opinions. Much like my opinions on my. I'm not saying that the steroid definitely did this. I think that's just the obvious choice. But this guy just basically made this shit up, made up this narrative in his head and posted it. No truth to it whatsoever. And I keep seeing this. Oh my God, Conor McGregor walking into Newport Pain Management Clinic 4 days before. Oh my God, and he's limping. No, he's not. Where's the limp? All right, right. First of all, right, there is no limp now. And I saw this in Vampiric Legs' thing. I have proof that McGregor was injured and blah blah blah. Now, oh my God, he's going to the pain management clinic. Can you correct me if I'm wrong, guys? I think it's pretty normal for fighters, right? You go through pain management during a fight camp. You know, like they do things like cupping. You know, they might get some like painkillers for like little niggles here and there. You know, no one comes out of a camp completely unscathed. And I would assume that a lot of fighters go to these pain management clinics to try and like feel the best on fight night. I don't think this is any like crazy thing. Oh my God, look at him limping. He's not even limping. He's not even limping. He's walking in and then he walks out fine. Like this is, I would imagine this is pretty common for fighters to actually, you know, get treatment for. It's like pain in general. Like, and plus he walks out fine. No limping here. Absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. People just grasp. Fighters will do this, like in the lead up to fights, make sure that they're in top condition. You know, it's not like, oh my God, he was limping and he's on crutches and he needs to get this MCL treated and this and that, and they're giving him hard drugs to mask the pain. It's like, even if that was true and he had a torn MCL and he was just getting painkillers, he still would be able to walk on the fucking floor. He would still be limping, regardless of the pain or not, because the tendon's not strong enough to hold his weight on it. He still wouldn't be able to walk properly, but he's walking fine here. People are just trying to grasp it. Oh my God, look, guys, this is proof. No, it's not. It's not proof at all. And then this is... McGregor's mysterious shit-long shoelace time before the open weigh was foreshadowing a foot injury, huh? Yeah, Oh, people are so dumb! Oh my god, you see how long his tiny shoes for, guys? Oh my god, people are so
Fall back to
retarded.
safe
Oh, but
zone.
you see, guys, his tiny shoelaces are a little bit too long here. Is he trying to tell us something? No, he just like putting his he's putting his shoes on, man. God, people are so retarded. I hate MMA fans sometimes. They have to, and can't accept when like the fighter loses. Oh my god, look at the mysterious shit long shoelace tie. Maybe he's trying to tell us that he's injured, guys. So dumb. And we'll move down. Jordan, whoever this guy is, tape very clearly showed McGregor was hurt during walkout. There's going to be massive lawsuits and investigations involving this. I'm curious, sorry. Connor blew all his money and needed the check. It's all so bizarre and sketchy. He was fine during the walk. I don't know why people are like trying to read into all this shit. He was fine during the walkout. He wasn't limping. And they look at the clip of him taking his shoe off, which we'll get to. He just like stumbled a little bit. I stumbled sometimes taking my shoes off. Like it's just you just lose balance, and it wasn't even on the same leg that blew his MCL out. Like it was the opposite leg. You're like, see, look at his injured leg. It's the wrong leg. He monked. He wasn't hurt during the work. Tape doesn't clearly show this. He was throwing jumping switch kick backstage, and people are saying, "Yeah, he can barely walk, guys." Oh yeah, he's throwing switch. He started the fight running across the octagon and launched himself off that leg. Like, god damn, well, not off the right leg. Still, man, you know what I mean? Like, he's running across and he's launching himself. It's crazy. Then we have this as well. I don't know if this is a joke, but this guy, man. Apparently, Mel Gibson says to Vince Vaughn, his knee is messed up. Oh, okay, you'll see. This might be a joke. I wanted to include it just in case it wasn't. Right, listen to this. I'm going to turn this music off. Literally didn't even say his knee is messed up. He, like...
Fall back to safe zone.
And he didn't even say you'll see, alright? They're just making shit up. Like, oh my god.
Watch out.
Everyone knew that the fix was in. The fix was in, guys, from the very start. It's so stupid. And then, look, MMA Guru, I need to call him out. I defended him in my debate with Recon, but I've also called him out multiple times. I need to call him out for this too, because it's a complete double standard, because he likes Conor McGregor. Anyone else incredibly worried about how Conor McGregor is going to handle what just happened? No. If that was a genuine, spontaneous injury seconds into his 5-year comeback, what the fuck is going on in his brain later tonight? Sanity return for this fight, now this. All I would say is, imagine if this was John Jones, what would Guru have to say about it then? Well, John Jones is a piece of shit, so is Conor McGregor. He's a... Seriously? Honestly? Probably a worse person. Probably a worse person, if not level, with John Jones. But Guru doesn't like it. If this was anyone else, didn't like John Jones. You know, I also remember, people don't realise this, right? But I'm going to pull you in a little bit here. So, do you remember when Bryce Mitchell was fighting Gene Silver, and Guru's biggest gripe with Gene Silver was that he supported Israel in the lead-up? You know, calling him a good guy, and he did this for Israel, guys. I hope you're happy, blah blah blah. He's a good guy, this and that, right? Conor McGregor has openly come out and in support of Israel, but Guru still fucking worships the ground that he walks on. When it's Gene Silver, right, that says that he supports Israel, then it's a problem. But when it's Conor McGregor, I'll just turn a blind eye to it. You can say, well, politics don't matter in MMA. Well, why does Guru make it political then? Conor McGregor, when he was running for president of Ireland, it's never going to happen. He came out in support of Israel multiple times, right? But because Guru likes it, he lets it slide. If this was John Jones that threw a flying kick and tore his MCL. I wouldn't say that Fury would like celebrating it, but he wouldn't be worried about his mental state. I'm sure Fury would have rather see John Jones get beat up. And I'm sure that the McGregor haters would have rather seen that too. But the thing is, if it was John Jones, he wouldn't give a fuck about his mental health. No, that's all I'm saying. That's my assumption anyway. And I'm not. Look, I want to clarify something else. I'm not gloating about this injury. I'm not. I think it's a terrible injury no one should have to go through, all right? But at the same time, I'm not, like, heartbroken about it. You know? After all the shit that Connor's done to other people,